All right, so for some reason, I completely forgot what my feels were the other day. The number one most important thing that keeps kind of me in check is basically when I'm setting up, I'm putting pressure away, down and away this way. And because of that, as I'm putting pressure in the back, it's forcing my hip back instead of this way. It's basically kind of like me doing that, right? That motion will push this hip further up, and all I have to do at that point is bring the club up while keeping my chest kind of high. Yeah? So in relation to how I felt before, it'll feel a little bit more shut through the back, feel-wise, for me. And then how I open it going down is actually through my hips as I shift and I create a sway gap. That's a club opener, and as I fire my hips more, again, it's another opener. So that matchup kind of gets me the best feels. So it'll kind of feel a little bit more stacked, kind of like reverse pivot and then through that way. So I'll hit a few shots just so we get the gist of it. I won't follow the carpet. I'll go a little bit across. Again, focusing on the level of the head, making sure that as I'm taking it back, I'm rotating and keeping this all high so I can actually load up this left foot as I transition and then explode up. Again, I don't think about that, right? What I feel is basically just the, what's it called? Left hip kind of, hey, the right hip staying where it is. Oh, I might need to 0.5 this. There we go. So at this point, I'm literally pushing away, down and away this way. That is what stabilizes my hips. And then as I turn, that energy goes into the club and up. And then to open up, to square out the club face, I'm rotating the hips and creating a sway gap this way. So that little spasm on my back is most likely because I get too stacked on the upper body, no sway gap, and now my spine's in this like weird angle. So I want to make sure that I'm always kind of clearing the hips properly. Funny enough, it's extremely different, right? I've always felt like, oh, the tension in the muscle, blah, 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 to know exactly where you are, but this with back hit stop, and then kind of regulating it through tempo instead has been working really, really well. So